a lying hamstring curl. So these can either be used to isolate your hamstrings, or you can use your hamstrings and your calves to get the weight up. So be sure you're discussing with your coach what they want for this exercise. Most of the time it will be a hamstring isolation. You want to make sure that your kneecap is going to line up with the pivot point, which is either marked with a red or a black dot on the machines. If your joint is too far forward or back, it's going to cause improper loading, which can cause injuries for your knees. What is really important for the lying hamstring curl is that when you lay down, you are pulling yourself into this bench as hard as possible. So you're not using the handles in front of you, you're wrapping yourself around the bench and really pulling in to give that opposite force to the curl. So when I set up for this, I am going to make sure my knees line up. I'm going to point my feet straight down and I'm pulling myself into the bench as hard as I can. You want to keep your feet pointed straight down, so not in or out unless you have been advised otherwise. You're going to put your forehead directly onto the pad, pull everything in, and then I'm pushing my quads into the pad as hard as I can, keeping my core braced and curling it up. So I'm pushing my knees into the pad, sending my heels back and up. When you start to fatigue, you'll notice that when you curl, your butt's going to start lifting up. So that's not something that we want. Either drop the weight or pull yourself into the seat harder to keep a smooth contraction without your hips lifting. So really drive your hips into the pad and back down.